Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
In today's financial news, stocks turned higher as shares of banks and commodity producers rebounded, though fears about global growth continued to simmer. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was recently up 65 points. The S&P 500 was up 0.4%, led by a 1.9% gain in its basic materials sector. Financials were also strong, up 0.8% as a group. Both categories had struggled earlier in the session. The Nasdaq Composite Index posted the weakest performance of the major indexes, off 0.6% after a two-day slide in which the Dow shed almost 440 points. The tone of trading has been relatively muted, but concerns about Europe's debt crisis have continued to fester, leading traders to worry about whether the U.S. economic recovery might also stall as a result. The U.S. dollar weakened against both the euro and the yen, while the dollar index, which tracks the U.S. currency against a basket of 6 others, edged down 0.1%. Demand continued to build for safe haven gold, which rose nearly $1,245 per troy ounce. Treasuries declined, pushing the yield on the 10-year note up 3.2%.
In U.S. news, Bank of America will pay $108 million to settle federal charges that Countrywide Financial Corporation, which it acquired nearly 2 years ago, collected outsized fees from about 200,000 borrowers facing foreclosure. The Federal Trade Commission announced the settlement and said the money will be used to reimburse borrowers. Bank of America purchased Countrywide in July 2008. FTC officials emphasized the actions in the case took place before the acquisition. Bank of America said it agreed to the settlement to avoid the expense and distraction associated with litigating the case, which also resolves litigation by bankruptcy trustees. The settlement allows them to put all the matters behind them. Countrywide hit the borrowers who were behind on their mortgages with fees of several $1,000s at times. The fees were for services like property inspections and landscaping. Countrywide created subsidiaries to hire vendors, which marked up the price for such services. The company earned substantial profits by funneling default-related services through subsidiaries that it created solely to generate revenue. An agency said that Countrywide made false claims to borrowers in bankruptcy about the amount owed or the size of their loans and failed to tell those borrowers about fees or other charges.
In today's tech news, major record labels have told a federal judge that LimeWire is liable for possibly over $1 billion in damages, the latest sign that the industry is seeking to annihilate the New York-based file-sharing company. The Recording Industry Association of America's court filing comes a week after the labels asked U.S. District Judge Kimball Wood to shutter LimeWire. Weeks before, the New York judge ruled LimeWire's users commit a substantial amount of copyright infringement and that the Lime Group, the company behind the application, has not taken meaningful steps to mitigate infringement. The amount of statutory damages award in this case could easily be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. The RIAA wrote Wood in seeking a court order to freeze LimeWire's assets. The Napster case eventually settled for more than $300 million. The RIAA's latest court filings underscore that the record labels are seeking to shutter and financially decimate the company. 2 weeks ago, LimeWire's chief operating officer said he was hoping to work out a licensing deal with the labels to enable them to sell their music on LimeWire's online store. The Copyright Act allows fines of up to $150,000 per infringement.
In entertainment news, this week was full of surprises. Temptation singer Ali Woodson succumbed to cancer, Paul McCartney serenaded the First Lady, and Bret Michaels continued to beat the odds. And as for the latest, Mariah Carey's abrupt withdrawal from Tyler Perry's forthcoming film has prompted a response from the Precious producer. Many are suggesting that Carey dropping out of the movie based on Shang's play for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough is proof that the superstar singer, who recently celebrated her second wedding anniversary with Nick Cannon, is pregnant. At press time, no one has gone on record to confirm that Carey is expecting. Perry said he won't speculate as to why Carey pulled out of the film, but he does want to know what happened. He said he would like confirmation that her decision was based on a physician's advice.
In today's international news, the cost of doing business in China is going up. Coastal factories are raising salaries, local governments are hiking minimum wage standards, and if China allows its currency to appreciate against the U.S. dollar later this year, as many economists are predicting, the cost of manufacturing in China will almost certainly rise. Although the salaries of factory workers in China are still low compared to those of the United States and Europe, economists say the changes will eventually ripple through the global economy, driving up the prices of everything from t-shirts and sneakers to computer servers and smartphones. phones. For a long time, China has been the anchor of global disinflation, referring to how the 2-decade-long shift to manufacturing in China helped many global companies lower cost and prices. The shift was dramatized when Foxconn Technologies, one of the world's largest contract electronics manufacturers and the maker of everything from Apple iPhones to Dell computer parts, said that within 3 months it would double the salaries of many of its assembly line workers.
In fashion news, Rihanna's a rock star and now she's got the hairdo and Madonna's cone bra to prove it. Riri debuted dyed and styled fiery red hair as she hit the stage at Spain's Rock in Rio music festival. The Rockstar 101 singer strummed on an air guitar as she channeled vintage Madonna in 50s style cone bra and high-waisted black pants. The 22-year-old's flaming nude do with shaved sides was created by celebrity hairstylist Ursula Stephen. Stephen is no stranger to celebrity mops, having styled the likes of Keisha Cole, Michelle Williams, and America's Next Top Model winner, Celicia Stowers. Rihanna's vibrant performance was the latest stop on her Last Girl on Earth tour. The tour heads to the U.S. in July and is set to finish in Syracuse on August 28th.
Think you're too busy to work out? Think again. Now there's the Ab Circle Pro, the fastest, easiest way to lose those love handles and get the sexy sculpted body you've always wanted.
The secret is the Ab Circle Pro combines cardio and abs to burn fat, while its unique friction-free track uses the momentum of gravity to target your entire midsection in a full circular motion, firing your core like no other machine has ever done. Best of all, it's fun and easy and takes just 3 minutes a day. And now, through this exclusive TV offer, the Ab Circle Pro can be yours to try in your home for 30 days for just $14.95. And if you call within the next 10 minutes, we'll send you Jennifer Nicole Lee's complete Lose Your Love Handle system, which includes our 3-minute express workout and nutritional guide, absolutely free.
Call 1-800-310-1646 to try Ab Circle Pro for $14.95 plus shipping with credit card order. Call now for a free upgrade to priority processing. That's 1-800-310-1646.
In today's green news, recycling businesses, especially startups, need to be closely watched by federal and state authorities to avoid the misery of huge messes left, fires and explosions, and water pollution. There is a long history of such problems justifying close regulation. It continues, as we see in this example reported by Environment News Science. Arriving at the scene, a police officer observed an individual at the business allegedly pouring the contents of a blue plastic drum into a storm drain at the D&Y facility. The drain flows into a creek which empties into the Fox River. Dead carp, catfish, frogs, and water snakes were pulled from the creek. Recyclers and green manufacturers have to do much more than move the product to make payroll. They have other equally important responsibilities in worker protection, environmental compliance, treating the neighbors with respect, and fire prevention. Ignorance of environmental laws is no excuse. Small businesses have no right to pollute public waters and kill fish. Get polluting businesses off our back is what the intellectually honest libertarian would be saying. Fortunately, we don't have to hold our breath waiting for that to happen. The polluters in this example were turned in by a neighbor, as it often happens in these cases.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.